Disaster. Disaster.
Yeah.
Just unmitigated disaster. I mean,
You're facing a team with with absolutely no defense, right? This was the get right game. This was the game you were gonna blow out Seattle. You were gonna score 6 out of 7 times you had the football. You were gonna punt it twice the whole game, maybe once, and you go out there and your offense scores 3 points. In the whole game, your offense scores 3 points. Seattle had the second worst defense, points per game allowed, 31 points per game. Second worst in the league. 31 points a game. Your offense put up 3 against them. They were terrible at stopping the run. You couldn't run the ball outside of Kyler Murray. I mean, their defense, if you go look at everything, I mean, it was so bad in so many different categories. They were the worst in the league in just about everything. And you couldn't move the ball against them enough. I mean, it was, it's ineptitude of epic proportions.
yes, it is.
Is the only way to describe that putrid offensive display that we saw in that football game.
Yeah, no,
putrid.
That's exactly it. It's an aptitude of epic proportions, what we saw yesterday. And we to the point where, like last week, we had almost expected, okay, yeah, I know it's been bad around here, but man, if you see that defense, man, they're horrible. They'll be fine. They'll figure it out. They'll get it going. And then by the end of the week, we kind of started looking at it from the other way. Like, man, what if Seattle's looking at Arizona and going, no, that's our get right game. This is our moment. This is our defense has had it tough, but man, look at that offense is lost. They're not throwing the ball more than 5 yards down the field. All of their running backs are hurt. Their offensive line is hurt. Their quarterback doesn't look like he's on the same page as the head coach. They're banged up at the wide receiver position. This is our get-right game for a defense that we think is better. Their get-right was better than our get-right. Their get-right was more meaningful than our get-right. And I never imagined that defense, as bad as it was, could get that right against the Arizona Cardinals offense. They obliterated them yesterday.
Yeah. No, there is something broken about the Arizona Cardinals offense, and I mean completely broken. Completely broken. That you can't get anything going against that team. You can't score points. They on their final 7 drives, they had 120 yards and 6 first downs. Like on their final 7 drives, 34 plays for 120 yards, 6 first downs, their final 7 drives. Like, how does that happen? Like, how do you explain that? Like, it's garbage. It's just hot garbage. It's a mess. Kyler's terrible. Cliff is terrible. And everything's terrible about this offense. How does Zach Ertz have no targets in the first half, but 10 in the second half? How do you design an offense like that? Hey, I'm not going to throw you the ball the entire first half. Then we're going to throw it to you on every single possession in the second half. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? I mean, it's hard to watch. You're disgusted by it. You're absolutely disgusted by it. You know, and you just can't believe what you see. They came out of the gates and, they moved the ball pretty well, and Kyle had some big runs. You're like, okay, this is going to be it. And no. And then they just stopped. It was like, that's it. Okay, we're done. We're not. Seattle had how many sacks?
6.
They only had like 8 going in.
They had 8 going in. They had 8 going in. They had 6 on the day.
Dropping Kyler Murray left and right. And it was mind-boggling to watch this offense, which is completely broken. I mean, to the point where if it was a toy, you'd throw it away. That's how bad it's broken. You'd be like, hey, this thing's broken. It's junk. Toss it in a garbage can.
Would you at least give it to Goodwill?
If it was broken?
If it was like broken to the point where you got to throw it away broken, not just not being played with anymore, but like throw away broken. Okay.
Yeah, this is throw away broken. It's like, no,
You're
Goodwill would turn it away. Hey, you want this? Like, no.
No, we're going to give
But
that
come on, I need a receipt for taxes. You're not getting one. Take it back. There's a trash bin over there.
Kyler Murray after the game.
Just making it hard. I don't want to get into details, but it's just, like I said, it's tough right now. It just feels like we move the ball, and like I said, we get to a certain area, get a long first down. Next play, we're 2nd and 10. That's tough to do. It's tough to be in, especially. It's just like I said, we're not doing things right now.
He says it hasn't been this bad since his rookie year.
Oh, he's regressing. Like, he looks terrible. He's so regressed.
He does.
He's on pace for 17 touchdowns. He has 6 touchdown passes.
Yeah, look at his, that pass chart, right?
Yeah.
Where all his passes are being thrown to. They're all like 5 yards from the line of
No, I
scrimmage.
just want to throw the ball down the field.
Everything is like there's a line of scrimmage. There's 5 years, and that's where all his little dots are, right? That's where he's throwing the ball to.
Let's play a trivia game. There's one team in the NFL that doesn't have a 40-yard play on their offense. Want to guess which one?
I don't need to.
Who is it?
I know who it is. That's the Arizona Cardinals.
There you go. You win the big prize of the day. The only team in the NFL without a 40-yard play.
That 32-yarder to Zach Ertz yesterday that's the season high.
That's it. They got nothing.
That's the longest play of the year.
Right.
For a team that's supposed to just be loaded with explosive playmakers and et cetera, and to the point where
I'd like to blow up the explosive. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. Why is AJ Green on the team?
I have no idea.
Why are you on the team?
He is filling space, man.
What are you doing there?
He is just occupying a locker right now. There is nothing. He's bringing nothing to the table.
Zero.
Nothing to the table at all. No,
we raved about Kyler's accuracy down the field. It's terrible. Accuracy's terrible.
Honestly, one of the most noticeable things about yesterday's game.
He can't throw the ball down the field.
He was off everywhere. He was high. He was low. He was off of fingers. He was this. He was that.
He's Steve Sachs right now.
He couldn't.
He's got the yips.
He couldn't find the accuracy at all more than 10 yards down the field.
He's like Ben Simmons shooting a basketball.
Yeah.
No, it's bad.
That's bad.
No, I'm serious. It's bad. He doesn't want to throw the ball more than 5 yards. His accuracy is terrible.
Because he knows he's not quite sure where it's going. You can see to the point where my number one takeaway from watching yesterday's game was, man, and I thought D Hop was going to be some sort of savior in this offense. You can't count on that. You can't expect that. You can hope for it. You can pray for it. You can desperately think, oh, man, I hope DeAndre Hopkins comes back and makes this offense a functioning, living thing again. But to expect it, you're nuts to expect that. He's good. He ain't that good. And that's the thing that bugs me the most about yesterday's game. All right? I get it. He's good. I get it that he's important. They should never be this bad without him.
No.
They should never be this bad without him. And they should never rely on one guy who's not a quarterback to come in and save this ship from sinking the way they're counting on DeAndre Hopkins. Never. He's not.
That's all, but they had to.
He's not Superman, all right?
Hang their hat on right now. The only thing they have to hang their hat on is Hopkins is coming back. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
What other thing?
No, that's it. No, that is it.
Point to, they have nothing.
That's
they have
it.
Stugotz. They got nothing.